I'll say this. If I had to be in a bubble with Bam for what seemed to be hours, and all Bam did every 5 minutes was talk about, hey, Rachel, just wanted to let you know, I'm going to get you to the top of the tower, and we're going to go together, I would push his ass out of that bubble, too. I mean, I don't know how Rachel lasted so long.
Hello everyone, my name is Jeff, and this is the Tower of God episode 11 and 12 review. With me, as always, is Coby. Welcome to the show, Coby.
Wow, happy to be here. 11 and 12, 2 episodes for the price of 1. That's a deal if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, they're each 50% off and 0% satisfaction.
Ouch. Ooh, the burn's starting early.
Yeah, what'd you think of this episode? These two episodes, I should say.
Underwater Hunt. Didn't do anything to change my mind in terms of everything that was happening. I felt there was too much going on, characters that I did not care about, plans that were overly convoluted, and yeah, what about you?
Yeah, more of the same. I think I've adjusted my expectations for the show. It's just something I decided recently because I had really big expectations going into it because of primarily what I've heard about it, which is that, oh, this anime is gonna change the anime industry, and going into it, you know, the animation was really high quality, and I liked the character designs, and I was like, you know, a few episodes in, I'm like, all right, cool, this looks like it's gonna be a fun journey with some fun characters. But as it went on, you know my complaints already. You know, there's no sense of place. I think the world building's kind of off, and you know, maybe to the show's defense, people have mentioned in the comments that a lot of things were cut out from the webtoon in the production of this anime. But I don't give a fuck because I'm not going to the webtoon. And even if I was going back to the webtoon, I would still judge this anime based on its own merits. I mean, the same way that you would judge any anime based on any other manga. It's like, just because they cut shit out, that doesn't defend the fact that the way that the anime is currently handling it is kind of poor. So it's just like, I wish there was a little bit more, like, I wish they would throw us a bone. Like, I think the one that calls the princesses trash is the rice dude. The dude that's made of rice. The Royal Division Guard. Yeah, so first of all, I just realized, laziest character design of all. Like, this guy was like straight up like a budget design where you don't have to animate his face at all. Only when he's like doing weird attacks with like snakes coming out of his mouth, you have to animate.
Well, that was the thing, right? Because it like wasn't him. Like it was someone in disguise. So it's like we didn't see his true form.
Oh, that was his disguise? Okay, well,
I thought so, because I thought they were like, who is this guy? And then like, oh, he's actually this character. So I thought he meant that he was wearing a skin suit of somebody else. Okay,
that makes sense, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, more of the same. And what I will say that this show does have, I think the main strength the show has, which is what initially drew me to it in the first place, which is what kind of bought me into it in the first place, was like the camaraderie between the characters. I do believe like that this is like a big cast of wacky characters that are actually friends, that they actually like care about each other and come to each other's aid when necessary. I actually do believe that, so I like that aspect of the show.
Yeah, I mean, there was one moment that I thought could have been really cool, like, and I wish it wasn't played for, or it wasn't brushed aside. Pericles, who was the coward, the spear guy, and he's kind of like a cocky jerk. He was the guy who left Hats, I think his name is, the guy with 2 swords.
Oh yeah,
Red Scarf. He left him in the last episode. And then in this, or 2 episodes ago during the tag test, and then in this episode when Hat's hands, oh god, that guy, Red Scarf dude, has his back turned, like he's going to get attacked, the spear guy throws it and kills the bad guy. Now that could have been a really cool moment of just like, I messed up and I'm trying to redeem myself by protecting you. But then I think it was really just a way to have not one of our main characters screw up the plan, you know, so it could just be the guy we already don't like messing up the plan and then keep things safe. But that could have been a really cool moment.
That is a good point. I didn't even notice that. All right, you want to talk about Rachel's betrayal?
Oh, the big thing, Rachel's betrayal.
Yeah, it was odd because that, you know, Rachel and Bam were just sitting in the bubble, not doing shit, not advancing anything, not progressing anything. And then at the very end, Rachel pushes him up. I will say that I was surprised. I was like, oh, okay, this could be really interesting. But then it's like, okay, so now the show, so the show's got a couple directions, I guess. One is that Bam could turn around and be like, well, fuck this bitch. Like, she obviously doesn't care about me. but I think it's just gonna stick with Bam going for Rachel anyways, because nothing has really indicated that Bam is
smart, interesting, intriguing.
Exactly. He has no character other than to help Rachel out. And for them to even flip him around and do something completely different would be good, but also in terms of like storytelling or character development, it would be kind of like nothing really built up to that. It would be almost unbelievable.
See, that's interesting. You're talking about like the future storylines. My issue with it is that the build up to it is kind of lackluster. Like, just because Rachel betrayed him, I wasn't invested in the Rachel and Bam relationship. I didn't really care I don't really know anything about Rachel besides the fact that she's a girl who's mostly silent that Bam desperately wants to save. If the season had built up the fact that Rachel seemingly was on Bam's side, that she had completely come around to his way of thinking, that she inspired Bam to climb the tower, and that Bam was really happy to climb the tower together, and then the betrayal happened, that would have been awesome. Like, I would have been like, oh, I wanted to feel so. I was surprised, but it's like, did I care? It's like, no. I was just like, okay. My first thought was, now we can progress the story. Now we can do something new with this.
I want to believe that this is all like intentional. That, you know, that the Rachel and Bam storyline is supposed to be shallow and uninteresting, so that when Bam, or if Bam, actually pulls the plug and disconnects Rachel and is allowed to grow on his own, you go, well, that makes sense because I saw it and there was nothing going on between you two, and it makes sense for you to cut yourself off and do something and grow as your own character, form your own motivations, form a different motivation. So I want to believe that, but I just am not confident in that.
I just hope that all this, but it's a delicate balance, because I just hope it's leading to the fact that this story now, like after this season, the setup season, and the next season, that's when things get real. That's when everything's established. That's when they can tell the story they want to tell, basically. But the problem is I didn't care about the lead up to it, so I don't know if I'm going to watch season 2.
Yeah, so anyways, Coby, would you like to sign us off?
Sure, you've been watching this on Nerd Blaze. Like, comment, subscribe. I promise you guys, we like anime a lot. Prior to whatever this this conversation says, go check out some of our other videos. You'll see how much we praise other animes. I promise you. But thank you all very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.